Good morning and welcome to the Petitti Pro Garden Show. Thank you all very much for getting up early and being with us today. We have Kevin from Habitat for Humanity with us today. Good morning, Kevin.
Good morning.
And so we're going to go ahead and talk a lot to him about what's going on with Habitat, a lot of the things that's going on this month as fall and autumn is here. And we're going to talk to you about some of the things going on in your lawns and your gardens as well. But we're going to go ahead and open up the show with a word of prayer. So if you'll just bow your heads. Father, we just come before you and we thank you for your goodness and we thank you for your grace, Father. We just thank you for the relationship, Father, that it's not about religion, it's about relationship that we have with you. And we thank you for that relationship because without you dying on the cross, we would not have that. Father, we just thank you for all that you have done for us and just use our show, Father, to bless someone's life and just help us to remember to glorify you in everything that we do. In Jesus' name, amen. So there are a lot of things going on in the month of October, and we're going to go ahead and let you know of some of the things that we have going on at the store. A couple weeks ago, I mentioned to you that we will be doing black walnut hauling at the store. Colin Miller is going to be there every day from 10 a.m. till 5 p.m. So if you bring over a truckload or a trunk load or a bucket load of black walnuts, they will haul them for you and pay you for the meat inside at $15 per 100 pounds. If you have questions and you would like to know if you could do it by appointment, Colin is also doing that, and his number is 330-581-8685, but he is set up at our store up by the mulch piles. So if you want to just come on over in between those times, you can always do that as well. If you don't know what to do with all of those walnuts that are falling right now, you're going to be able to bring those over and get paid for them. So that's going to be great. Also, today, there is an event going on called Booze and Brew, and I have their information because we donated them straw for their hayride. The event starts today at 11 and goes until 11 o'clock tonight, and it is in Massillon. So you can jump on the American Cancer Society's website. And What's Up Ohio is sponsoring the event, and all of the proceeds are for the American Cancer Society. So that event is going on in Massillon today from 11 o'clock this morning until 11 o'clock tonight. There's all kinds of things going on. There's bands, a corn maze, pumpkin carving, hay rides, a silent auction, just all kinds of food and fun. So it's going to be a great day over there. We are having our annual fall festival. This will be our 14th fall festival on the 21st, and we will be doing it all day from 9 a.m. till 4 p.m. Several of the vendors that will be at the Winter Farmers Market will be there, so that's going to be great. We are going to be doing hay rides, and we have a little spooky maze for the kids. We have different types of games with pumpkins and gourds and apples, and it's going to be a day full of fun. We also will be supplying hot dogs between 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. So you can roast your own hot dogs over the open fire that will be going outside, and we will also be making s'mores in the afternoon. So we would love all of you to come over and participate in that. It's sort of like a customer appreciation fall festival, just a lot of fun, and we would love all of you to come out. Rain or shine. If it does rain, the maze is inside, and all the games and activities will be inside. We will probably forego the hayride if it is raining, but if not, we're going to be all set for all of those things. Also, there's still a few farmers markets going on today. The Alliance Farmers Market still going on. The Canton Farmers Market, this is the last Canton Farmers Market. So if you haven't made it down to the Canton Farmers Market yet, or if you normally go, but you weren't going to go today, well, this is your last one. You need to get down there. And also the North Canton Farmers Market today. So farmers markets are running right now until noon or 11:30. A couple of them end at 11:30. But great, make sure there's so much at the farmers markets right now. The harvests are just crazy. I was down at Amish Country this week at the Mount Hope auction. And it's just amazing what everyone is harvesting right now. So we want to make sure that you get that fresh produce from your local farmer. Remember, know your food, know your farmer. And speaking of farmers, well, our farmers market will be starting on the first Saturday of November. That's November 4th will be our regular farmers market. So we'll be starting and then going on the first and third Saturday of each month from 9 a.m. till noon, all the way through April. So we would love you to come out. All of these things go on at our store in the greenhouse at 5828 Columbus Road, right there on the corner of Columbus Road and Broadway. Now, we did have a couple questions this week that we want to go ahead and answer before we start talking to Kevin about everything that's going on with Habitat. So the question was about seeding. And we do want to make sure that this is the perfect time to do seeding and planting, but especially your grass seed. This cooler temperatures, now we've had a little bit of rain this week. This is going to be a great time to get your grass seed down. And you are going to also want to do your cover crops in the next couple weeks. You want to get your cover crops on your gardens. But this is such a good time to do that seeding. Remember, prepare the soil with some good topsoil or a super soil. The Hayseed Hank super soil is a fabulous one. Then also put down your grass seed and then cover it with Bull Country compost. That acts as your mulching material and also as your fertilizer. There's no cleanup. You don't have to pick up straw. It's going to be a great way to radiate the heat during the day and keep the soil warm at night with that compost on there so that you will have faster germination. So that's going to be great. And then when you're doing any of your planting in the fall, which this is such a great time, you want to make sure that you mix some of the Bull Country compost in with your plants in the backfill, and that's going to help them root in so much better. Remember, we always like to have our perennials, anything that's herbaceous without a woody stem, in the ground by October 15th. So that gives you another week or so to get that in those things in the ground. But your woody plants, your trees and shrubs, they can go in all the way till the 1st of December. And using that backfill blend with the Bull Country compost, you're going to find that they do so much better for you and really get rooted in. So we just wanted to remind you about that. If you have questions that you would like us to answer, you can always do that by giving me a call at 330-455-5997. You can email me your questions at Cindy Petitti, that's CindyPetitti @gmail.com. Or better yet, come on out to the store where all the activities will be going on at 5828 Columbus Road, right there on the corner of Columbus Road and Broadway. Well, thank you all so much. And thank you, Kevin, because we have a really spectacular weekend here.
Yeah, it's going to be a good weekend. And now I just want to go to a fall festival as
well. Exactly, right. We're all ready for fall.
Hearing you talk about all that, it sounds so fun.
Right. So you were saying that today and tomorrow you're going to be dedicating some homes. And how is that working? A 2-day dedication?
Yeah, it's going to be a weekend of great things. So let me back up just a little bit.
Yeah.
Last Christmas, River Tree Christian Church partnered with Habitat to raise funds that were then matched by a private donor through the Wildflower Family Foundation. In total, hundreds of thousands of dollars were raised to build and renovate homes right here in our city. And so since that time, since last Christmas, volunteers from River Tree Christian Church have been building new homes. They've been rehabbing existing homes. They've been doing community projects, people of all ages, hundreds of volunteers.
Oh, great.
And so this weekend, so today and tomorrow, we're celebrating the dedication of all these homes. So the new construction, the rehab, and these projects. And so through 3 services at River Tree Christian Church this weekend, we're going to be dedicating all these things. We're going to be giving these families the keys to their new homes. We're going to be receiving their first 0-interest mortgage payments. We're going to be recognizing volunteers and people who have given their time and love to each of these families, to each of these projects. It's going to be awesome. So the service today is at 5 p.m. at River Tree Jackson, and that's over in Maslin at 7373 Portage Street, Northwest. And tomorrow's services are going to be at 9:15 a.m. and 11 a.m. And again, we're going to have just a great weekend of celebration of all that God has done, all these folks have done in this city and in Maslin, in Canton and Maslin. It's going to be an incredible weekend of celebration, and we're very, very excited. It's taken a lot to get to this point.
So are all of these families families going to be at each service?
No, we're actually going to split them up a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. That's
I was going to be like, that would be like overwhelming.
I know it would be. Yeah. So, but we're going to do a lot of great things. We've got videos involved and lots of pictures, and the families will be there to celebrate as well, obviously. And all the volunteers and people who are part of what River Tree calls GoCos, Go Communities, are going to be. They've been doing projects as well as a group, and it's just been an awesome journey from like last Christmas when all this started to this weekend where we're going to be celebrating so many great things.
So did River Tree contact you?
Yeah, it's a partnership that worked out really well. So, the folks from River Tree have a passion for reaching out into their community to kind of being missionaries in their own communities.
In their own community,
yeah,
right.
And so it seemed like a great way to tie things together. I mean, Habitat is working in all of East Central Ohio, and they have a passion like that, and it lined up perfectly with Habitat's mission to put God's love into action by building homes and communities and hope.
Right. So many times people have sort of the misconception that, if I'm going to go into the mission field, I have to go far away.
Right, yeah.
But we forget that we can be missionaries right in our own backyard.
Right, and that is very much River Tree's mindset.
Yeah. I mean, we need to reach the people right here, to let them know. I know High Mill Church of the Resurrection does a lot of that with downtown Canton.
Right, yeah.
And so that's great. But you also have some things going on at the Restore.
Yeah, it's going to be an exciting weekend there, too.
Right.
So today we're doing a sale. It's 20% off the entire store. And so in addition to that, we've got 50% off bikes, patio furniture, and golf clubs. You wouldn't know it necessarily, but we've got a ton of golf clubs. So if you love golfing, you should really come check out Restore. And if you're in need of patio furniture update, we've got a lot of that too. Now that summer's kind of over and people are putting stuff away or deciding they're going to get some new stuff next year, they're donating their old stuff. And then, the bikes, we just always have, it seems to be, we've got a lot of bikes. But the big part of that is literally 20% off, store wide. So it's going to be a big sale day today.
But, so if you're thinking about Christmas gifts.
Yeah.
I mean, so many kids get a bike for Christmas.
Yeah.
This is a great weekend to jump on that. You can get that bike at such a great savings.
Absolutely. And fall is a great time to kick off some of those projects you've been putting off. The weather's not as hot. You can get outside and do those outdoor projects. And we've got tons of things like paint, paint supplies. Our paint is recycled paint. So people donate their paint at Restore. We send it away. It's recycled, reformulated, comes back in a dozen colors or more. And it's all brand new paint for $14 a gallon.
Right. And this is a great time to paint. Like you said, it was so hot earlier and now it's cooler. You can actually work comfortably.
I know.
And Restore has a great program with that paint. It really is.
It seems to really hit a need in the community, which is, where do I get rid of paint? You're not supposed to throw it away. You're not supposed to put it in the sink.
Exactly.
It takes forever to dry in my garage. So, what do? Well, bring it to Restore. We'll take it and we'll recycle it and do the right thing for the community and the right thing for your pocketbook too.
That's wonderful. So if someone wants to donate their paint or anything else that they would like, how do they do that, Kevin?
We actually have a new way to schedule a donation pickup. We do free donation pickup.
Right.
Well, now you can schedule that online on our website at restoreeco.org. You don't even have to speak to a person. You don't have to pick a phone up. You can just fill out a quick online form, and the magical Restore truck just appears at your house. So it's a pretty great thing. But beyond doing it online, you can also give us a call. We'll be happy to speak with you. And that number is 330-915-5920. And alternatively, just bring your stuff to the store and we'll unload it for you and give you a tax receipt.
Right. So if they do just bring it to the store, where do they go? You want them at the front door? Do you have a special place for them?
We're down on Raff Road, so our address is 1400 Raff Road Southwest. You'll see a big Restore sign. That's where we are. And there's a sign on the building that points you in the direction of the donation door. So it's literally around the back of the building. There's a team member ready to help get those items out of your vehicle, and we'll take it from there.
Okay, so anytime that the store is open, you take donations?
That's correct. Okay. And we're open from Tuesday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Yeah, those are great new hours.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
They're still kind of new, but I think people love them. And
it's amazing.
It's been a real,
right.
I think, a blessing to people who work all the way up until 5 or beyond,
right.
and they can still get over to Restore at the
I
end
know
of the day.
on Saturdays I was never able to
right.
go. And now I have been able to go over after I close my store on Saturdays. I still have a couple hours that I can make it over there. And it's been great because a couple weekends there were some really good sales running. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is wonderful.
That's right. And, having a bigger store too. Remember, we moved everything from Cleveland Avenue down to Raft Road. Having that bigger store means you can see everything in one trip instead of having to kind of go between two stores.
It is huge,
It is big.
That is a lot of square footage.
I know. We just added, the most recent addition was 7,000 additional square feet of building supplies. So things like siding and windows and bathtubs and vanities and kitchen sinks.
And is that all under
tools.
Roof?
It's all under the roof, yeah. It's all in one place.
That is just amazing, how, and if a contractor, you said siding, if a contractor has extra siding from a home, they can donate that as well,
Absolutely,
right?
yeah. We'll take all of that kind of stuff. Our website has a comprehensive list of things we can accept. I mean, we can't take everything at the moment. We don't take electronics, for example, because we can't always test them properly to make sure they work for the consumer. So our website, again, is restoreeco.org, and you can visit that and see an entire list of things we're able to accept and the things we're selling at Restore.
Right, and you also have a really great Facebook page.
Thank you. We think so, too. It's been an incredible growing community, and we see people interacting about DIY projects, getting ideas of what's in store because we do regular inventory posts. So at the moment, almost 16,000 people are part of that Facebook community, and rumor has it when we hit 16,000, we're going to be doing a nice little giveaway on the page. So that's facebook.com/restoreeco. So help us get there a little bit quicker and get to that giveaway.
You just mentioned do-it-yourself.
Yeah.
Explain what you guys do with that?
Yeah, so we tend to just give people, on the Facebook page specifically, we give people ideas about what they can do with the items they'll find at Restore. For example, we posted, I think it was last week, about some vintage windows and all the things you can do with reclaimed windows that, you can make great wall hangings out of those, or create a dry erase board for your kitchen where you can keep track of things you need to get from the store. And so we're just trying to give people ideas of the things they can do with all the materials at Restore, because we sell a little bit of everything, and not all of it is brand new, although it's all in fairly good condition.
Shape,
we don't want to sell people junk they don't actually want or that won't last a while. So, we also post articles about how to upcycle furniture, how to take that old dresser that really has seen better days and make it into something that you kind of want to pass on to your family members because it looks so good. And we have people who are part of our Facebook community take pictures of their befores and afters and send it to us, and we feature those things. But I think what most people love about the Restore page is they can see, at least get a glimpse of what's in the store without actually having to visit.
Every day, because it changes.
It changes
all the time.
Sometimes by the hour. So we post our inventory things, and then it could be 5 minutes after we post, and somebody's called on the phone and purchased an item. So it really is. Our saying down there is, "You miss a day, you miss a deal." But it's kind of getting to the point where you miss an hour, you miss a deal. It's crazy, and we're really grateful, not just for the donation side of things, where we're surrounded by a community that is so gracious in thinking about Restore for the items they want to get rid of, but also the shoppers. They're in it for a good deal, and they're going to get those great deals, but they're also in it to help local families build and renovate their own decent, affordable homes, and that really is the mission of Restore. That's why it exists.
I know when I was down a few weeks ago, I bought a cutting board, and it was made there.
Yeah, I know where you're going with this. Yeah.
So tell us about things that you're doing.
Sure.
Like that.
So we have a group of volunteers that come to our workshop at Habitat every week. We call them the Habitat Crew. And the Habitat Crew also does a lot of other things, like they oversee our work sites, our build projects, all of that. So it's an awesome group of men and women who volunteer their time regularly. Some of those Habitat Crew members work in our Habitat workshop by using old reclaimed wood to create new items that we then sell at Restore. A couple of the things that they make, you mentioned the cutting boards, and they are beautiful, by the way.
They are stunning.
They're high quality.
I was amazed. I mean, I really love cutting boards. I had a special one made when I restored my home.
Nice.
And when I saw this, I was like, oh my gosh, I have to have one of these.
Yeah.
It matches my kitchen perfectly.
Yeah.
They did an amazing
They're really
job.
good craftsmen, and they also make things like apple crates. This is great this time of year for decoration.
Yes.
And so we've got a bunch of those, and I think, don't
know.
hold me to this, but I think they're like $15 a piece.
I got a couple of those,
handmade,
too.
and they're branded with a really cool Habitat Crew brand.
I know.
So they can kind of mark their items with pride, the things
Right.
that they've made. They also do coat racks and lamps, and we've got a whole corner of Restore dedicated to the workmanship of the Habitat Crew. It's
Right.
awesome.
And that is wonderful. And those folks are retired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they come from all walks of life. Some engineers, and we've got some pilots, and we've got older folks, and we've got younger folks, and we've got men and women. I mean, just everybody can
Right.
be a part of the Habitat Crew if you've got regular time on your hands.
Right. And it's such a blessing to give like that.
Yeah.
So many
Yeah.
times people have time on their hand, but they don't think they have a skill. And then they get to Restore and they see what another person that has the skill can teach them.
Yeah.
And then they can all work together. And it's such a blessing for so many.
And that is really the blessing of Habitat in general, is you don't really need to have a particular skill set. I mean, it's such a widespread ministry doing so many varied things that whatever your skill set or your passion or your walk of life or stage of life, there's a place you can help at Habitat.
Right. And you have a volunteer program as well.
We do.
Right. And
Yeah.
so how can someone get involved in the volunteer program?
Yeah, it's easy. First of all, just give us a call, and our volunteer coordinator will speak with you. Her name's Kara. She oversees our community outreach department. Her phone number is 330-915-5888. And she can connect you with opportunities to serve, to volunteer at both Habitat for Humanity and Habitat for Humanity Restore. So depending on what you want to do. We do have regular Habitat Crew volunteers who come out to Restore. They help us with organizing the store and the sales floor. They help us sort items that come in as donations. I mean, there are all kinds of ways that you can help without really having to have a specific skill set. But if you want to do the building side of Habitat, what Habitat's typically known for, you can do that too without any prior knowledge required. Our Habitat Crew volunteers will teach you everything you need to know, and we've got all the tools you need.
Right. You don't have to have anything.
Nothing.
You can just show up.
You can show
and
up.
those guys.
Well, you got to sign up first. You got to sign.
But like you don't have to have your own hammer and
nothing.
And all those kind of things.
It's a beautiful
They're
thing.
going to be able to.
Yes.
And those guys are wonderful at teaching you.
They are.
And they really enjoy it.
Yeah, many of them have been teachers in the past, and so we've got a great group of people who have a ministry at heart, and that's the way they teach folks to get involved with Habitat, and you can see it just bleed through their entire life. That attitude of servanthood and service and just ministry mindset of Habitat.
Right, and that is what Habitat really is.
It is.
It is a ministry.
That's the whole reason it exists, to help low-income, hardworking families build and purchase their own decent, affordable homes at a price they can afford, with a zero-interest mortgage, and skin in the game, pride in ownership, working hard for it, not getting a freebie, not getting a handout, but instead, as we say, getting a hand up.
Right. It is such a wonderful organization.
Yeah, I agree.
It has to be a blessing to work with a group of people like that.
It is, every day.
So many people, they go to work and they're in a job that they don't love. They don't feel they're doing anything for God. And at Restore, you really have that. And the whole Habitat, it's just an amazing.
I consider it a blessing every day, I'll tell you.
It really is. I mean, I'm sure that it's work, and there are times that it's frustrating like any other job.
Sure.
But it just knowing that you have that ministry, that you are doing something for God.
Yeah, and people, I think, across this listenership and across this area can experience that same thing by volunteering, by getting involved, or maybe giving a financial gift is how you want to do that. Or maybe it's saying a prayer, praying over each family, like we're going to do at River Tree this weekend.
Right.
Maybe it's just praying and wishing the best for the families who are a part of this program and for all the volunteers and donors.
Exactly.
Prayer is powerful, just as much as a financial gift or an hour of time.
Definitely. So if someone wants to get involved this weekend or at the store or on a site.
Yeah.
Quickly, let's go ahead and give all of that information one more time so everyone has it.
Sounds good. If you want to celebrate with us at River Tree this weekend as we dedicate these homes, come in to the service tonight at 5 p.m. and tomorrow at 9:15 a.m. and 11 a.m. That's at River Tree Jackson at 7373 Portage Street Northwest. If you want to get involved with Habitat by giving or volunteering or serving at Restore, you can give us a call at 330-915-5888. And if you want to come and get a great deal, like 20% off the entire store at Restore this weekend, you can visit us at 1400 Raft Road Southwest, and that's in Canton.
Wonderful. Habitat has a wonderful, wonderful ministry.
Thank you.
And some great deals, too.
Yeah.
So wonderful. And if you would like to get more information, you can always go to the Facebook page as well. And there is amazing, great stuff on the Facebook page. Also, don't forget, there are farmers markets going on today until noon in Canton, North Canton, and Alliance. We want all of you to make sure you take advantage of that. Also, the Booze and Brews event going on for the American Cancer Society in Massillon today from 11 to 11. And don't forget, if you need your black walnuts hauled, you can do that at 5828 Columbus Road, right there on the corner of Columbus Road and Broadway, where we are located. If you have questions that you would like to have answered about gardening or your landscape, we would love to help you with that. And you can give us a call at 330-455-5997, or you can email me your questions at Cindy Petitti, that's CindyPetitti @gmail.com. We want to thank Kevin for being with us today, for sponsoring the show, and hopefully next year we'll be back. We only have a couple more shows this season, and then David Angione will be picking up for the winter months with all of you and be talking to you about real estate during the winter. So we will be back here with you next Saturday morning. Thank you all so much, and have a blessed week.